I'm Owen Swanson, here to tell you about the ultimate Yosemite day hike, the ultimate Yosemite experience, the Half Dome hike. Half Dome is the most striking feature on the Yosemite landscape, lies in the middle of the entire park. The hike is basically hiking up 4 Mile Trail and then starting back at the bottom of 4 Mile Trail and then hiking up halfway up again. And let me tell you, Half Dome is the hardest day hike in a national park, in my theory. Half Dome hike begins at Happy Isles Nature Center. You go along a paved trail, mostly paved, kind of simple, pretty simple, close to moderate, going along the Merced River, and you have very good views of the Merced River. You after about 0.8 miles and about 400 feet of elevation gain, you arrive at the Vernal Fall footbridge. Then you have to make a decision to either go up the John Muir Trail or the Mist Trail. The John Muir Trail is a trail where horses go up. It's away from the water. It's not very steep, and it goes up switchbacks and is longer than the Mist Trail. Then the Mist Trail, on the other hand, is wet. It's wet. It's misty, but it's really fun, especially in the springtime when the waterfalls are roaring. You're going right next to them, up the staircases. And now most people have heard of the Mist Trail steps. First, you go up Vernal Falls. Be sure to have good foot and traction, because tennis shoes, you would slip and fall if you had tennis shoes. You have to have shoes with great traction, or else you can slip and fall. Each summer, about 100 incidents happen on the Mist Trail each year. The Mist Trail is very steep, has very gradual granite steps, and is very close to Vernal Falls, which is very misty. So you go up about 300 stairs, and it's longer than it seems. It's really long, and once you get to the top of Vernal Fall, it has a great lookout. And then you go through and then travel along through another little forest of the Mist Trail, and then you arrive at the 1,000 Steps of Death, the gnarliest staircase I have ever done in my life. You go up, you start up, and you never stop. Just never-ending seeming. Just go straight, non-stop, straight up the staircase, like climbing up a staircase up the Empire State Building. And then, once you're at the top of Nevada Falls, that's where you meet if you're on the other side of the John Muir Trail, which has two great views of Vernal Falls and Nevada Falls, an angle that no one else gets to see if they took the other way. Mist Trail, when you're at the top of Nevada Falls, you have if you took the Mist Trail, you have gone 3.4 miles and gained 1,900 feet in elevation gain. On the other hand, if you took the John Muir Trail, you will have gone up about 4.4 miles, and you will have gained 1,900 feet in elevation. But surprisingly, at the top of Nevada Falls, you are not even halfway to the top of Half Dome. The river that runs to the top of Nevada Falls is a great place to refill your water bottle. Because next up is Little Yosemite Valley. So the next part of the Half Dome hike, you go through Little Yosemite Valley. It's flat but very hot, and it's like a long, and it's pretty, and it's long, and it's sandy, and it's tough. There's a river that runs through there too that you can also refill your water bottle with. And then once you get near and then you have two choices: to go right and stay the night at Little Yosemite Valley campgrounds, or go left, and wind up and go, and it gets a little more steeper, and it gets a little more tough. Once the trail climbs out of Yosemite Valley, you're now finally halfway to the top, and you're also well into Yosemite's designated wilderness. And you are not near cars, roads, and you're in the natural world. The next 4 miles travel up through lots of rocks and switchbacks, and then which feels like forever, like it's like 4 mile trail. Now, but it's not quite as steep, but it goes up a long ways, and then you finally arrive at the subdome. When you're at the subdome, remember, the subdome you're at about 8,000 feet in elevation, and it's like climbing it's similar to climbing the hundreds of steps at the Mist Trail, but only now you're in 8,000 feet in elevation. The remainder of trail is above tree line and extremely exposed to the weather. If there are clouds overhead, it's not good to continue. Otherwise, just keep on going, and you go up the mighty switchbacks and stairs of the subdome until you arrive at the cables. The cables are in place from late May to early October. It is extremely dangerous to use the cables during storms, even when it's just raining lightly, because it has a good chance of a risk that you can fall down and slip to your death. But otherwise, if you go up the cables, you have to push on forward until you get to the top. When you're at the top, you have a spectacular view, and you can see all around Yosemite Valley. But there are a few things to know about your return trip. You still have to go down 4,800 feet and about like 7.1 miles, or you have to go, or 8.2 miles. I hope you enjoy your Yosemite visit and your Half Dome hike. See you on the trail.